It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the Bears. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today it's the open. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. Go. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And some space here. Oh, look at the juke. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards on the ground. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
11. Go ahead.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and off.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. There he goes right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns,
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On second down, McCaffrey. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On the sneak is Garoppolo. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. Touchdown, 49ers. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Garoppolo to Ayuk, 1st down 49ers.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A good pickup there, a 22.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number... The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here we go, here we go, here
and
we
with
go.
a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete here to Ayuk. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence.
Here we go,
and, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Go ahead, go ahead.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go, here we
So
go, here we go.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. That's going to be caught. Touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their come.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
11.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start this season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league.
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. On first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Garoppolo looks to throw. This will be caught at Samuel. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here we go, here we
They
go,
don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, go!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Room here to run. Shoves him aside. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. George Kittle, 74 yards. And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains.
There he goes left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 79 yards. And the 49ers add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here we go.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. There's the stiff arm. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Steps away. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Here we go, here we go.
8 yards to go on second down. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. Twenty-one.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major... We see this.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Niners, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week.
It's week 2 of the 2022 season. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the 49ers and the Hawks, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
Here we go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 13 yards there and a Niner first. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Here we go, here we go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Finding space at the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Here we go.
The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have taken the lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes the San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive? Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Uses the stiff arm. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd down and 4. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. For this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked 3rd in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that with a first down here.
This one caught by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a...
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the 9.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, come on, come on, come on.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 1 now. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you.
The San Francisco start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Garoppolo able to get this complete to Ayuk. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
From the 39, Garoppolo. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Garoppolo. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played three quarters. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the fourth quarter now. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
177 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Rolling to his right.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary running, defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just at first one.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the 49ers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
These players are on the last year of their contract.